My people, I finished what I came to do in eastern Nigeria. I am on my way back to Lagos, Nigeria. After that, I'll continue my journey to Spain from there. Yeah, I'm going to Asaba Airport, from where I'll fly to Lagos. Yeah. I prefer traveling to Lagos for two reasons. One, I like the scenery. Yeah, I've said it so many times. And two, when you go to any bus station, there's always a bus for you. Once you book a bus, say 6 a.m., you go to the park. Even if there's a problem with the bus, they will put another bus. You must go to Lagos that day. You leave in the morning, you start going, at least you're on the move. Latest by 5 p.m. you're in Lagos. But you see this flight that I booked, not only did I book it so expensive, the flight was supposed to be at 1 p.m. Then they sent me a text message, the first one, they said it's now been moved to 5 p.m. And later they sent another one, it's now been moved to 5:30 p.m. Right now, I am praying, seriously praying, that this flight does not get cancelled, because that's the thing. Flying in Nigeria gives me so much anxiety, like the anxiety of them keeping to time. Because since I booked this flight, let me tell you, my heart has been, I've not been at rest, like my mind has not been at rest. I hope that this will be on schedule, because if they cancel this flight now, I don't have any option. I have an early morning appointment by 8:30 tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. So I'm apprehensive. We're going to the airport. I hope that this flight flies today. Pray for me. Will you? Those who know how to pray for me, because yeah, the anxiety is too much. If I had booked an early morning bus to Lagos, I would have passed Ore by now. No how. Yeah, I would have passed Ore by now, if not Shagamu. Yeah. See the second Niger bridge over there. See the progress. The slab can laying the slabs. One day one slab. I'll be 1 month one slab. 1 year one slab. One year one slab. On that side. Asaba. See the airport here. We're going down to turn.
international. Federal government has a but not local government.
How is not possible? I would not approve for international.
Maybe how you do that international because how feeling how can I young federal government to approve international? Drop all the bar now, Chelsea. Brother. Okay. You're Chelsea.
So I am back after one of the longest days ever. Yeah, it's been a while, it's been a long time. I flew locally in Nigeria, and I must tell you, I can't remember ever being this tired ever. Yeah. Flying, this flight in particular, maybe if they hadn't changed the flight several times and then more delays, maybe I wouldn't feel this. Assuming that we flew by 1 p.m. as originally planned, I wouldn't feel this way. But I tell you, this is my nightmare. I lived my nightmare of flying locally today. Yeah, like I said earlier, the flight was supposed to be at 1 p.m. and then I received a text message. The first text message told me that they've shifted it to 5 p.m. and then I received another one that it's been shifted to 5:30 p.m. All this while my heart was doing boom 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 boom. I said, God, please let these people not cancel this flight, please, because I can't deal with that. And then, by virtue of where I live in Anambra State. I'm from Agulu. I went to see my mom, finally before I left. So we took off from Agulu at 2 p.m. because we want to beat the traffic at Bridgehead. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know which one it is now. I will say unfortunately, because I wish we met traffic there, because at least we could have killed some time in the car and arrived there around maybe 4, or 3:30, let me just say. And then we arrived at Bridgehead and there was not a single traffic, and we zoomed past, making us arrive at Asaba Airport at, let's say, 2:45 p.m., 2:30 to 2:45 p.m. and I had to wait there for the flight. We started checking in took forever, and then we went through security and started waiting. By 5:30 p.m. they announced that the flight was delayed. In fact, I was there when I arrived. The people working at the airport, the trolley guys, they asked me, which flight are you on? And I said, Airpeace. And they're like, oh, you're too early, because even though there's an Airpeace flight coming in to land, that flight will first of all go to Abuja, drop Abuja people, then pick up Asaba people from Abuja, come and drop them off, and then carry us to Lagos, the same plane. And I was like, what am I going to do with this news now? It just made me angry. So at 5:30 p.m., remember the time that we were supposed to take off, they made an announcement that the flight will now arrive at 6 p.m. We boarded the plane at We started boarding at 6:18, and by 6:30 we took off. It was a 40 minutes flight. We arrived in Lagos, and then to pick up our bags took an unusually long time, for a local airport that they don't have to travel for long to get to the carousel, from the plane to the carousel. And then I had to wait for my taxi. I waited and waited and waited and waited. So eventually I arrived home at exactly 12 minutes to 9 p.m. Let me tell you, I have never arrived home at 9 p.m. I've always it's still daylight anytime I travel from the east to Lagos or Lagos to the east by road. Never. And I enjoy the ride. I like the scenery. I like the nature that we zoom through. Yeah. So I don't see any reason why I should be flying. So for those of you always telling me, why don't you fly? Why do you travel all these long journeys? Stop telling me that. Flying gives me nightmares in this Nigeria. Yeah. The anxiety I felt since I booked that flight, and not to talk of, I booked that flight I paid 56,000 and something naira for a flight, for a 40-minute flight. So tell me, unless in this Nigeria, unless you book a flight a month ahead or something like that, or 3 weeks ahead, you're going to pay 50-something thousand, and that 3 weeks ahead you're going to pay like 20-something thousand. I booked my flight on Monday because I mean those that are traveling for business or how can you plan your flight 3 weeks ahead of time? Are you going, is that a leisure travel or something like that? No. So what about people that are doing businesses that wake up in the morning and receive a phone call that would warrant them to be, maybe they live in Abuja, they have to be in Lagos the next day? They'll be paying 60-something thousand for a flight that will be delayed for, with a high risk of cancellation. So it gives me the bees. Like I don't like the experience. That's why I'm so tired. Look at my eyes. Yeah, I already have sleeping moral in my eyes, and come and pour a ton of stress on me. Yeah, mental stress, physical stress, everything stressful. No. I normally I wake up in the morning, I go online, I book my bus ticket, or I go there in the evening before I travel. I book my bus ticket. The next morning, 6 a.m., I'm at the bus park. Enter the bus, air-conditioned bus. In fact, with this COVID, when I was traveling home, we were sitting, instead of 3 in a row, we sat 2 people in a row because of COVID. They didn't even observe safety distance on the flight. It was a full flight, 3 seats either side, filled up to the brim. So I don't understand. It's stressful. Since I booked the flight on Monday, was it on Monday or Tuesday? Yeah, on Monday. Since I booked the flight on Monday, I've been on edge. No. And now I have a headache. I hardly have a headache, but now I have a headache. The stress of praying and hoping and praying that they don't cancel this flight. Oh my God, it's not worth it at all. Not to talk of the waiting at the airport. I mean, why I like the bus is it just keeps moving. No matter how many hours it takes, it's constantly moving. The bus, you're observing nature, watching the trees zoom past, stopping at checkpoints, making conversation with hawkers on the road, talking with the driver. Yeah, having fun, or talking with your fellow passengers. You're having fun, really. You don't have to travel from Anambra State to Asaba or Enugu or where, I don't know, or Port Harcourt, nearest airport. By then you would have reached Bini. And not to talk of when a lot of my family members are traveling, we hire a bus and be gisting, that's having conversations with the driver as we go along. You enjoy the journey. It's like a road trip, and you still like We don't even go more than 100 kilometers per hour usually. Yet we arrive to either destination, either we're going to the east or we're coming to Lagos. We arrive at the destination, later it's 5 p.m. and they pick us up from the house and drop us off at the house. So I don't see it. Flying is supposed to reduce stress, but this one tripled my stress, to be honest. I'm so tired, and tomorrow I have an early morning appointment, and my sister is already telling me now that you need to leave the house at 6 a.m. if you're going to meet up with that 8:30 a.m. appointment. I'm so tired. Good night, guys.